Welcome to Explore Killington. I'm Sarah.
Hi everyone, I'm Slado.
And we have been having an awesome day here at Pico so far. It has not stopped snowing here in Vermont for almost a week, it seems. It just keeps nuking snow. It's snowing right now. And like I said, it hasn't stopped. We've got some awesome runs in today. We hiked some woods. We did some glades. We did some regular trails. We did it all. I can't feel my legs.
How are your legs feeling? I was going to say, you need a little
I
massage.
can't feel my legs when I'm with you. Just like the song.
Oh my gosh.
Numb.
Hum a few bars for me.
Yeah, no, I missed my calling in that one.
Sarah and I were ripping up. You know, more snow in the forecast too. This March is turning into something for the record books. Well, we've got an awesome half-hour show coming to you, and this show is all about Pico. We're going to check in with a couple locals who make Pico home. They wouldn't ski anywhere else. They absolutely love it here. And we're also going to check in with our friend Carl Acker. You know, Carl grew up here. That's C slope, B slope, A slope. That's Little Pico. His parents were one of the people who are instrumental in getting this ski area off the ground, along with Brad and Andrea Lawrence and the Chaffies. I'm telling you, this guy is a walking encyclopedia of awesome stories about Pico. And like I said, man, that was his backyard. Unbelievable. I can't wait to check out this piece with Carl.
I know. And while we're going to keep an eye here at Pico and hang out here at Pico, we can't forget about its big sister Killington. We're going to catch up with Communication Director Crystal Fillmore. She's going to give us a rundown on all the big investments that are going into Killington coming up in the future. Very exciting stuff. And we're also going to check in with the King of Spring and check out some of his throwback ads, because spring is right around the corner. What's up first?
Well, first we're going to check in with Carl, and we're going to find out a little bit about the history of this fantastic mountain called Pico.
So Pico was started in 1937 by Brad and Janet Mead, and they started over on Little Pico with some rope tows and eventually put up a T-bar, the first T-bar in North America. And they met my father, Carl Acker, in Switzerland, in Davos, Switzerland, and brought him over here to start a ski school for their fledgling ski resort. So he came over here in the 30s, became a U.S. citizen and married a local girl from Rutland, and then was in the 10th Mountain Division during World War II. And after that, Brad Mead died in an unfortunate accident. He and my mom bought the mountain from Janet Mead. Well, my parents struggled with the mountain tremendously because snowmaking hadn't been invented yet. So you had to rely on whatever Mother Nature gave you, which, as we know, varies from year to year and month to month. And I remember my mom telling me back when early days when they owned it, it was a very poor snow year, and they were open a total of 22 days that year, which is pretty tough to run a ski area when you're only can be open 22 days running a T-bar, which requires snow to get up the lift. The mountain developed along the way with Little Pico being the first T-bar in North America. There was also a couple of rope tows there, and eventually one was replaced with a J-bar. And then after my father passed away in 1958, my mom continued to develop it, and she had the lift line that's behind us now cut to the top and put in the first stage of the chairlift. It was a two-stage chairlift. And then she sold the mountain, and the Belden family, along with their supporters, put in the rest of the chairlift to the summit and built a new base lodge and continued to expand the mountain to close to where it is today. My dad was very young when he came here, and Andrea Mead was the daughter of the owners, and there was also a brother, Peter Mead. And so my father was teaching Andrea how to ski and how to race, and he was the driving force behind her success in making the Olympic team in 1948, and then the 2 gold medals in 1952. We had a lot of races here at Pico, and every mountain had a race for what was called the Mid-Vermont Council at that time, which was anybody from 7 up to probably 13 or 14. A lot of tremendous skiers came out of the Pico program back in the day after Andrea Mead Lawrence. For instance, Rick and Susie Chaffee, who were Olympians, Harry Rebel Ryan, an Olympian, a national champion, and a number of other people that rose to national prominence. Mike Gallagher, the famous cross-country skier, started skiing here as an alpine skier and then switched over. But my dad, when we ran the Mid-Vermont Council races, and they were called the KA race, he made pins out of silver, handmade, and it was a KA symbol, which I have the fortunate, I won 3 of them during my years as a Mid-Vermont skier. And one of them, the winner got a gold one, and then the next 9 got silver ones. And if you won one of those, that was a pretty big deal. And then after he passed away, someone else made the pins, and the race became a memorial race to my dad. And the Pico Ski Club still honors that and runs the Carl Acker Memorial as a upper age group level race every year. So that also helps keep keep everything alive for my family here, and so I'm very proud of that. I always officiate at the race and get very involved in it. So I appreciate the mountain and the ski club still hosting that. Very pleased to have a name of a trail dedicated to my father, Carl Acker. So we have Upper KA and Mid KA and Lower KA. A lot of people don't really know what that stands for, but if I'm up here and they're confused, I straighten them right out.
Carl, on a short history of Pico, and it is no lack of history here at Pico, kind of like that hat you're wearing today, Slado.
Well, thank you
That
for
looks like
noticing.
it's got some miles on it.
Yes, the chapeau came straight from Florence, Italy, many winters ago.
Still kicking around, gotta love it.
Amazing how
Just like Pico.
little wool light,
Perfect. I
Ziploc
like it.
bag, suck the air out. It's good to go.
Heard it here, folks. How to keep your felt fine.
Hey, ooh. Up next, we're gonna do some commercials because we gotta pay some bills around here. But stay tuned because we got more of Carl Acker and the history of Pico coming up after the break. So stay tuned. Sara and Slado return to Pico after this.
This is the best farmers market in Vermont and possibly in New England, and you can find just about any food you're looking to eat here. Rutland is privileged to have one of the few 52-week-a-year markets, and it feeds an economy, not just the people.
The farmers market here is open every Saturday and every Wednesday. Wednesdays from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock and Saturdays from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And we'd really welcome everybody to come visit us.
Hello, and welcome to the Highline Lodge. I'm Kristen Anderson, owner and chef. We've just completed a facelift here and are currently open for ski season. Please come join us for apres ski in our fireside lounge. Take the chill off and sample our crafted cocktails featuring local spirits while enjoying the magnificent views of Killington. Our vibrant and flavorful menu changes with the seasons and always features fresh local products. We would love to host your next event or family gathering at the Highline Lodge, located up the Killington Road.
When someone asks you, where are you from? Do you smile? Do you think of family and friends and neighbors? Do you describe honest, hardworking people who choose lifestyle first and then figure the rest out? Next time someone asks you, where are you from? Smile and tell them, I'm from Rutland. Help us spread the word. Tell us why you love the real Rutland County at realrutland.com.
Don't Whatever you're getting ready for, come into Supercuts. We pay attention to every detail and then finish with our signature hot towel, so you feel clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready.
Get super ready with the latest trends at one of our local salons today.
It's 2 in the morning, and the bakers at Jones's Donuts are doing what they've done best for over 90 years. That's right, for over 90 years, Jones's hand makes donuts, pastries, cakes, turnovers, just about everything you need. Well, maybe not need, but want. You know you want one, maybe a dozen. How about tomorrow morning? Perfect. We'll see you there. Jones's Donuts, over 90 years of perfection on West Street in Rutland and open Wednesday through Sunday.
Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Killington Motel. My wife Robin and I have been the proud innkeepers for over 10 years. We offer affordable, clean, comfortable accommodations and a wonderful breakfast to start your day. We are also home of Killington Coffee Roasters, where we roast and sell our single origin coffee. If you are looking for a bed and breakfast or a bag of freshly roasted coffee, stop by and say hi. We would love to see you. We are conveniently located between Pico and Killington.
Espresso bar, specialty cocktails, art gallery, and restaurant. Liquid Art is the place in Killington to get ready for your day and unwind when it's over. We invite you to enjoy work by local artists while dining on healthy fare, signature drinks, and specialty coffee in an atmosphere that is relaxed, cozy, and unlike anything else on the mountain. Stop in for open mic night, art jam, Sunday night supper, or try one of our raved about monthly wine dinners. Killington's Coffee House, where everything is a work of art. Liquid Art, the bright blue building 2 miles up the Killington Road.
Killington Sports is the first stop on the Killington Road and the last stop you'll have to make. You'll find the area's largest selection of goggles and helmets, clothing, accessories, tuning, and repairs. Best of all, you can get rentals and lift tickets here and go straight to the hill. They have great merchandise from brands like Patagonia, North Face, Obermeyer, Flylow, Dakine, Burton, and Under Armour, including the latest in lifestyle clothing from Kuhl and Purnell. Killington Sports, make it your first stop on the hill and get on the hill first.
Welcome back, folks. Slado and I have literally been sleeping, eating, and drinking snow for the past 3-4 days here in Killington because it has just been absolutely nuking. We're here at Pico today because you cannot forget about little Pico over here, still packed with fresh powder. So much snow, so much snow.
Oh, and more snow on the way, Sarah.
More snow.
This is a march for the record books, man. It just doesn't get any better. Well, you know, we can't have a discussion about Pico without including our friend Carl Acker. You know, Carl grew up here. In fact, little Pico's behind us here. I'm going to step out of the way. That's the B slope, A slope, C slope. That was Carl's backyard growing up. His parents helped run the place here with the Meade family, and Carl is a virtual walking encyclopedia when it comes to information here about Pico. He's one of the, if not, I think the oldest local who grew up here still skiing with a pass up there, and ski he does. Let's visit with Carl here, and we're going to find out a lot more about this beautiful place we call Pico Mountain.
My name is Carl Acker. I grew up, born native in the town of Killington here when it was Sherburne, and I'm the oldest skiing native still on the mountain. My first time skiing was on Little Pico, A slope, B slope, as far as I could get up the T-bar because it was rather precarious trying to get up the top part, but let's say I was 2 years old at the time, and of course you're pretty little, and back then they didn't have children's skis, so my father would take adult wooden skis and cut the tips off and put some bindings on, put some leather boots, and off I'd go. I was pretty young when, you know, my parents were running the mountain. I'd come home from school every day and put on my skis and ski until the lift stopped, and then a bunch of us that were young racers, we'd hike up on B slope and go in the woods and cut sticks out of the woods and set up gates and run there till it was dark, and then go home and come back and do it the next day. But of course I lived right there, so I could do it anytime I wanted to. My front yard was Little Pico when I grew up as a child. Literally. You know, growing up as an only child, I had, you know, pretty much free run of the mountain, and other people would call me spoiled and so on, which probably I was rightfully deserved. But one summer, well, my dad taught me how to run the machinery, run the tractors and the Jeeps and everything when I was really young. So one Sunday after we got back from church, I decided I was going to go take the tractor that they use for grooming the trails, which was pretty basic back then, and ride up Gnome's Knoll, which is a ski area off to the west here. And so on the way back down, I decided I'm just gonna slip it into neutral, you know, and see what happens. You know, it was pretty flat, so non-synchro mesh gearing. So I slipped it into neutral, and I'm putting along, and all of a sudden it comes over the last breakover, and I can't get it back into gear. And pulling back on the two steering levers as brakes, that didn't work either. So now I'm picking up speed, and end up riding the tractor directly into one of the tubular steel towers and completely demolishing it. Not getting thrown off head first into the tower. How I survived that, I have no idea. But totaled the tractor. I had to go back to the house and tell my mom, and she never said anything, and I'm sure it was a big financial blow for her at that time, because she was, you know, by herself at that point. And of course, the workers that were here, I never heard the end of it, you know. Hey, did you break anything today? No, not yet. My father, what he